500 likes for the scariest ghost videos caught on camera. Jacob and the Haunted Doll. We featured this man not that long ago. Now here comes some random dude in the comments calling me out for saying we instead of I. Well buddy, I'm one inside a million one. Regardless, who's Jacob and why is he here in this miserable channel? And why does he own this haunted doll? Well, if you ask me one more question, I may then have to go and never ever come back. But when it comes to Jacob, he inherited a house from his grandma, and according to me, never keep anything these old people ever give you, unless it's very ancient and you can sell it later for tons of money. You know, after thinking about it, you should actually keep everything they ever give you. And what did Jacob's grandma give to her very precious son? She gave him the middle finger. That's what I think she intended when she gave him the house with that haunted doll. So Jeffrey is a demonic doll. Now since when Jeffrey has become a demonic doll? I thought he was just a normal dude who just happened to be super rich. First of all, have you ever heard of someone on that level of success who haven't already sold their soul to the devil and become a puppet to him? And second of all, I wasn't talking about Jeffrey Bezos. Jacob's doll is named Jeffrey. And forget about its possession, I think it's a demon itself. So we have here a couple of clips where we can see Jacob giving us a trip around the area, which makes him uncomfortable the most. We won't literally see him, but you get the idea. Also, we can hear heavy footsteps while Jeff takes advantage to turn his head and the door opens. All of that while Jacob is thinking about someone's OnlyFans. Also, in one of the clips, a shadow figure casted on the wall can be seen moving.
I know you guys have been wondering what's going on with the creepy puppet, Jeffrey, and I just wanted to let you guys know what we've done. So after the last video, I just wasn't comfortable with him in the same room as me, so I've placed him somewhere else. As you can see, move him to this room. It's pretty empty. I just want him in a separate room from me, and I don't want to feel like someone's watching me, you know? Anyways, that's what's going on with Jeffrey. Guys, I'll keep you guys updated. You know, I think I'm definitely gonna be moving Jeffrey. Like, with whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me. And in general, I think I'm just scared. I'm gonna be putting him in the basement, so I'm gonna follow up after I get that done.
When Jacob was talking about what happened the night before, I was completely off point. I thought he had a very rough one-night stand. But after seeing last night's footage, I realized that I was never off point. It was just a different type of one-night stand. Look, I know you're looking at this title on your screen right now, and you're having intense emotional thoughts. Could it be? Is it finally happening? Is the dream becoming a reality? But I hate to disappoint you. I'm not about to show you your real father. He begged me to keep his identity a secret. Then who are you supposed to remember here? I have no idea. I once featured one of this man's videos. It was like 2 years ago. I just thought it would be cool if any of you knew who he was. But I understand that even his mom won't recognize him. But in all seriousness, I have never been more confused watching someone investigate his own haunted house. Let me get you to the details, and let's also call the dude Fatty. Fifu is a man who lives in the dark. Why is that though? Is he the real Dark Knight? Not even close. But it seems like he never sees the light until the sun comes out. Other than that, he only uses a flashlight or a candle. One candle for the budget. As he would be recording a video, like a tour around his house. He hears some weird noise, and he goes for it only to find the tingly tingle tickling. Look, I have no idea what the name of that crystal string thingy is. It was just moving on its own. So when Fatty comes across this frightening activity, if you can call it so, while there are also weird noises that can be heard, what does he do in that moment? He tries to switch the lights on. At least he remembered that he has lights in his house. But of course they won't turn on, otherwise, how can we give viewers the horror vibes? Also, he hears his old phone ringing. He goes to answer the call immediately, and who is it? His long-lost friend. But wait, he doesn't even have friends in the first place. The electricity is off. How scary. What will he do then? Put the football and the chair beside each other and leave the room. There is also a shadow friend. I mean, figure. See why I told you he was so confusing? It seems like you never saw anything or got the point. Whenever, what if he gets visitors one day? What is he going to say when they ask him about the lights? Well, I don't want to pay electricity bills, so I thought this would be a good solution. Back to the grandparents and their haunted stuff. This is a video taken from my heart. I mean, taken from a CCTV footage which was uploaded to Reddit, which was recorded back in 2019. Do you also want to know what the boxer's color was for the person who uploaded the video? Or what did the family do on that day? Because I do in fact know this information for real. At least I know one of them. So, if that's the case, what was the color then? I know the second one. On that day, the family was gone on a trip to a water park when the company of the camera called them, complaining about the fact that they had never invited them to this beautiful trip. Also, to tell them about the incident. What incident? The one when your mom was pushing you out. The one where some paranormal activity happened in the house, which triggered the sensor of the camera. The doors opened and the lights flickered. So, if this is the grandparents' house, does that mean they were with them in the water park that day? Which means I have nothing left to add here. Samantha is a lady who's obsessed with haunted items just because she wants to prove a point. And what is her point? How is she going to prove it? Did anyone ever tell you that I'm a wizard? How should I know what she is trying to prove? Who said I was a real narrator in the first place? I'm just a dude fooling around. Well, her point is that there is no such thing as a haunted item. It's all hoax for the sake of attention. Did she really say that? Yes, and she also told me to order her some food. She didn't say any of that, but if she is trying to prove that items are not haunted, then that could be one of her intentions. It could, I said it could. Anyway, due to the fact that I don't like how her name is pronounced, I will call her Sam. Susu also owns a shop, which was redecorated to look like an actual store, because before, it looked like some teen's room that thought satanic decoration was cool. But did she ever experience any activity in the shop? Of course she had. I mean, what's the point of opening a shop if you will never have activity going on? There are people who actively come to purchase something from you. Oh, you mean the paranormal side of things? Then yeah, she also saw and caught on camera the doors opening, the curtain moving, and the tassel swinging. The tassel? What's a tassel? I also thought it was a brand of something adulty, but it was referring to something else. It's like the string you use to pull curtains. What about the haunted items though? Sam was gifted a so-called haunted doll. Long story short, it made baby sounds.
It released the little tassel. Don't be shy. Everything's okay. We're not here to move anything or to touch anything or to even remove you. Like, we're not here for anything other than appreciating your existence. Look at that. It pulled the tassel. Thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah. Anytime we've had experiences, so I would say that this is probably a child. And it's cold. I'm shivering. That's why I put my hoodie on, guys. And it's interesting how it decides to pull the tassel in and then close the door that way. Like, I find that really interesting. But I'm just kind of wondering.
I had gotten an image of a little boy.
Yeah, so we need to ask him who was part of the family. Yeah. But it's interesting because it pulls the tassel in the door and closes the door that way. That door is heavy. We videotaped that door. Anytime someone, watch, can you go pull it open? Take yourself to a place where you know you're protected. Nothing will follow us. It's fine. It's fine. So what we have to understand is that we asked for evidence. Yep. We asked for evidence, and now they're showing evidence. Okay? So we can't chicken out the moment that they're like, all right, let me show you. At this point, after I tell my students that everything is fine and they're safe and nothing will follow us, the door slowly opens. There was no wind, there was no animal. We investigated to the full extent,
what we have to
and the
understand
door
is that
just
we
opened and
asked
shut
for
a few
evidence.
times by itself, and the curtains just move as if somebody's looking through.
We asked for evidence, and now they're showing evidence. Okay? So we can't chicken out.
Leave it alone.
I thought it was my phone. She's all telling you off. She didn't tell me off. She told us.
It's on the Ouija board.
It's on the Ouija board and it keeps going off. It's fucking.
I thought it was my phone. I was like, oh, maybe my phone set it off because I just tossed it.
And then the light's flickering.
Again.
Okay, so I haven't done a walkthrough video like a before and after since I moved in. So since I just got here,
For a second, I thought these were two different places. It looks so different to the point where I can't even tell how it used to be. It's like some American celebrities before and after 2015. If you know what happened back then you know. Mowgli and the Jungle Book. You have most likely come across this story at some point in your life, but you have never cared about how legitimate it is. And how can you? It's a fantasy made-up story. It shouldn't make sense for the most part. Regardless of that, why are we talking about him now? Well, remember when I said that it's a made-up story? The good old days. Well, it turned out it wasn't that fantasy after all. And I will prove it to you. In the next video, we have 3 characters. And since we are talking about Mowgli, you may think we have the man himself, along with 2 other animals from the story. But unfortunately, the animals were on a break the day of this recording. Instead, we have 2 humans, still relevant to the main plot. These 2 are trying to rescue Mo from the reality he has been trapped in for all these long years, to bring him back to his human form after the demons got him and turned him into something beyond scary, something only animals can deal with. And after many attempts to get close enough to him, one of them hurt himself. If you can even say that, he barely touched the tree's vine, and called it an injury. Anyway, they finally got him down after they preyed on him. How dramatic.
क्या हो गया? आगे उलट गया। इसको क्या हो गया? आगे उलट गया इसके। Oh my God! ये कैसे हो गया? क्या हुआ है? क्या हुआ फिर? ओए चोटें लगे यार इसको। ये पत्थर है कहाँ रहा यार मिट्टी का? क्या कर रहे हो? फैज सही पत्थर ही कहाँ रहा यार मिट फैज मैं आपका दोस्त
तो मेरा थोड़ा नजदीक पर नहीं जाओ हाँ मैं थोड़ा देखे क्या क्यों इस तरह का है क्यों ऐसे क्या बताइए
बंद करो बात सुन अरे बात सुन प्रेम बात सुन थोड़ा दूर चलते हैं मोबाइल मैंने रखा मैं देखता हूँ उसकी हरकतें क्या है
हाँ देखे फिर से देखे
थोड़ा दूर खड़ा हो जा क्या करते हैं वही आवाज देख रहे हो जरूर हाँ फैज फैज गिर जाओगे नीचे उतरो गिर जाओगे नीचे उतरो तंग नहीं करते आपको ओ यार लुढ़कता है ओए इस जगह में किस तरह आता है दूर हो जाओ इधर आओ हाँ। क्या रहा है यार उस दरख्त पे निशान है बकायदा तौर पे ये हमेशा इधर से मेरे ख्याल में हम जा रहे हैं जा रहे हैं, आप अपना काम करें।
मेरा काम
क्या हालत है यार, ब्लैक मैजिक नहीं कर रहा ना? ओए ओए,
नहीं भाई, ये मैं अभी वसीफा के देखा इसको।
कितना ज्यादा निशान आता है। रहीम, फैज गिर गया यार। हाँ फैज बाबा, अल्लाह पर रहीम, आगे उलट गया यार इसकी। रहीम, इसको क्या हो गया? आगे उलट गया इसकी। ओह माय गॉड, रहीम, रहीम, ओ यार, रहीम क्या हो गया रहीम? ओह माय गॉड, ओ यार, क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया यार? हाँ हाथ तो करंट लग गया यार, करंट लग गया मुझे। हाँ
अभी थोड़ा सा मैंने काबू किया है।
अच्छा,
निकालना नहीं है।
निकाला नहीं अभी तक?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, निकालने का इतना ताकतवर है। अभी ऐसे करें,
अभी भी आंखें उल्टे देख रहे हो, हम क्या करें?
ऐसे उठाना ले जाना पड़ेगा।
Honestly, I don't know if this is how this dude wants to be remembered for the longest time. I mean, just think about it. His friends will most likely see this, and they will be like, who is going to pay for the food today? Also, they will say, did you really have to make a joke out of yourself like that? And the second question is related to the video itself, not to the one who paid for the food, but who will actually subscribe and watch the next video on their screen. That is the real question.